Hey guys, Doug B here, your average axe-wielding hack. Welcome to Preset Building 101. The objective of this series is to show you guys how easy it is to make your own presets. They do not have to be complicated kitchen sink concoctions. They can be as simple as having just an amp block and a cab block. It all depends on what you want. This is part 3, so let's get going. In the last video, we chose the Brit Studio 20 type for the amp block and two 4x12 Brit TV cabs in the cab block. One mic'd with a Shure 57 pan left, the other one mic'd with a Royer 121 panned right. But if Marshall amps aren't your jam, feel free to pick from any of the 302 amp types, then check the speaker impedance curve and choose a matching cab IR if one is available. Just be careful in the cab block because we have 2,048 different factory IRs to choose from. Now, I did have a request to make an SRV rig. That sounds like a good idea too, and I think we can make that happen at the end of this series or shortly afterwards. So you open up your editor and pull up the preset that we created. It still only has 4 blocks: in 1, amp 1, cab 1, and out 1. Let's add the delay 1 block and the reverb 1 block. Right-click on the block, third from the right of the cab block. Go down to delay and up to delay 1. Go to the next block to the right and right-click again. Go down to reverb and choose reverb 1. Now, if you'd rather use quick build, that's fine too. Okay, let's take a look at the delay block. Right now we have 27 different types of delays to choose from. I chose the Zephyr type because I just love how it sounds. Now, as you can see, there are 4 tabs in the delay block with over 3 dozen different parameters that can be edited. The time/feedback tab gives you the parameters that most folks would edit, like time, tempo, feedback. You may know this as regeneration, mix, and level. Okay, now let's look at the reverb block, which is the last block before the out 1 block. Now, the reverb block has a good 4 dozen parameters spread out across 5 different tabs. We're going to stick with the basic tab. Now, there are 66 different reverb types available to choose from. And this is where paralysis from too many choices can really hit you. How do you choose from 66 types? Well, you can look over the list and make a rough guess as to what each type is. I'm going to try 60, Studio. Again, I'm using the default values, but you can dial in the reverb to your own liking if the default values don't work for you. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Hit save first though. You might be thinking that the delay and reverb are a little heavy, and when you're playing all by yourself, it sure sounds that way. The best thing to do though is to see how it sounds in a band situation. There are plenty of free backing tracks available. Just do some online research. So now let's see how it sounds with other instruments. At this point, the effects sound good if you're playing lead, but they're a bit heavy for playing rhythm, especially the delay. So I'm going to go to the delay block and take the mix from 15% down to 8%. I'll go to the reverb block and take the mix from 20% down to 10%. Hit save, and let's try one more time before wrapping this up. So now if you need to make any more adjustments, do the tweaking and then try again with a backing track. You should be able to dial it in after a few tries using the timed feedback tab in the delay block and the basic tab in the reverb block. If you're not sure which parameters to change, try mix first, like I did. Let me know if you'd like me to do a deeper dive on the delay and reverb blocks. I think that could be fun. Okay, looking at the cost analysis one more time. It's kind of hard to pinpoint the real-world counterparts, but let's assume that we added a Source Audio Nemesis delay pedal and a Source Audio Ventris reverb pedal to our rig. That adds another $760 to the cost, bringing the total to $4,410 in the real-world counterparts. Right now this rig is really sounding nice and full. But what about when we want to kick it up a bit for our amazing solos? In the next video, we'll look at adding the drive block to our preset. It just keeps getting better and better. All right, this Friday, we're going to take a look at the holiday shopping list for your fractal modeler. The what? Oh yeah, you need to go shopping for your modeler. Now look, you do not want to miss that. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. All right, guys, I will see you on Friday.